Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to more Mega Man 9 for the Nintendo Wii. So we took around an hour to defeat 3 bosses. That's quite a lot of time. Well, this time I will make sure to do some proper editing. I'm not live streaming this. First time it was a full live stream on it. So yeah, I will make sure to do proper editing. I will be dying a few times, that's for sure. So I will make sure to, you know, make fast progress and taking not so much time in order to do so. Anyway, I'm following the sequence of weaknesses for defeating bosses here. I'm not fighting anyone at random. So I'm playing the level of Tornado Mans. Like your generic air area. Similar to Airman if you want a reference, or Gyro Man from Mega Man 5. Or Wind Man from Mega Man 6, just to mention a few. Well, many of you were actually asking, what is a semi-blind run? What's the difference with an actual blind run? Well, thing is, I played this game before, but I never beat it. I beat all of the bosses a few months back when I played this game for the first time, off screen of course. And I defeated the 8 bosses and a couple of wild stages from the castle, but I didn't play the other 2 or 3 remaining levels from Wild's Castle. Those will be fully blind. I mean blind in the sense that I never played them, but it doesn't mean that I don't know what's coming up, because I have seen full playthroughs of this. So if I say blind, it's basically because it's the first time I personally play such levels, but it doesn't mean I have never seen them before. I don't know, sometimes people can get confused with the term blind, that thinking that I am probably getting it confused, who knows. That blind implies not having seen anything of that ever before. It will happen in many games that I will be playing and recording for you. In this case, I have seen this playthrough. I saw a full playthrough of it when it just came out in 2008. So it's been a while. Well, in this run in particular, I'm not doing so terrible. Some of these jumps are quite tricky, but I was able to analyze some of the tricky ones. This is probably the most tedious part, when you have to like time your jump, of course. First of all, I'm trying to put myself in a comfortable place for me to jump afterwards. Okay, now the rain is going the other direction, as you can tell. So do not get too scared if you see huge gobs in the pits. You can make them. And those clouds are actual platforms. I think this is the last part. Yeah, it is. Usually second halves of levels tend to be a bit easier than the first halves. I've got that impression. So the next boss is Tornado Man. What you can see right here is reckless fights. I'm not studying the pattern at all. I'm just shooting like crazy. So I was about to die for not avoiding the tornadoes properly. That technique works most of the time in bosses, but some other times you need to study the pattern and avoid some shots as well. Not only shoot like crazy, like I was doing, and like I will be doing a lot. Well, first we have to save. It's file number 2, the first one is the first run I told you about that I never beat. That I never completed. I figured out something from the product code on that piece of scrap Mega Man picked up. It's like a metal blade. That robot's period of use had expired. and it was scheduled to be scrubbed. So they have an expiration date. They are decided by law. They were supposed to be scrubbed? Why are they going crazy then? Well, interesting information. Well, I'm done with half of the bosses. Next one on the list is Magma Man. It's kind of easy to deduce. Tornado, the wind, takes care of fire, I guess. Generic fire stage and fire boss. Okay, I think I get the pattern of this guy. And those little things jump when you're near the edge. I think I understand. Can I make the jump from here? Nope. I mean, I could, but I failed. That's all. Okay, here we are again. This time I'm gonna make sure all enemies are gone, and I guess I can use Rush Coil. I'm not so sure if Rush can stand the lava. Yeah, it can, totally. You're not gonna surprise me, buddy. I know where you're up to. Okay, those blasts insta-kill you. I remember that pretty well. I'm gonna recover the tornado blow because I used it beforehand. It's the weakness for this boss, so I'm clearly gonna need it a lot. So I guess with these little chips, it's like some other Mega Man games in which you can, like Mega Man 7 for instance, you can buy items with those and, I don't know, upgrade some of your weapons or your items in general. I'm not completely aware of that, so I will take a look probably when I'm done with all of the bosses before going to Wild's Castle. Yeah, I remember the weakness of this guy because I have seen it quite a few times on playthroughs. I guess the whole point is to hit the face of the dragon. Just like that. That's Gravity Man's weapon. Yeah, I felt like someone was following me. There was nobody around. It was kind of weird. That was a bad idea. So two different paths. Yeah, one of them got an extra life. Totally need it. I love some health by now. I was about to make the jump without seeing what was up there. I should have noticed before. Well, I noticed on time anyway. I'm safe. And if I'm not totally mistaken, this should be the last part of the level before fighting the boss. And with this little energy, I would prefer to kill myself and try again. Well, I can recover health there. And then how do I jump bunk safely? Probably using Rush Coil? Or I don't want to risk it, to be honest. Oh well, that was the end of the level, and yeah, didn't recover more health. So I'm not gonna waste the weakness because with only one shot or a couple of shots using the tornado blow, you know, it uses a lot of it from the bar. So that's why I am just fighting him. Well, in theory, this is one of the easy guys to defeat only with a Mega Buster. I've seen a lot of people starting with Magma Man instead of Galaxy Man, which is like the recommended robot to start with if you're doing a weakness-based run. Oh, I cannot use it anymore, even if there are 3 bars. Yeah, see? It takes only one damage at a time. One little line with every shot. But you can actually defeat him if you are able to see the pattern clearly without even having to use the weakness. So do I ever get Rush Jet or Rush Marine in this game? I've only seen the Rush Coil so far. Well, you are given that at the beginning. Well, speaking of the devil, I've graded Rush. And there you go, some fan service. But yeah, it's Rush Jet. He will try to slow it down a bit. Okay, jokes. Anyway, next on the list is Hoard Man. You can burn the shit out of this guy. Okay, this level. I remember having some trouble in this level, but there's like one or couple of sections that actually got me some trouble, some work. I remember the day it came out, I watched a lot of videos and a lot of streams on this game, and people used to get stuck in this level quite a lot. Okay, I want to get that. It's a little bit risky because of the Rush Coil, but I was able to do it. Yeah, I remember people spending easily half an hour in this area. 2 or 3 people easily. Okay, for this one you have to shoot the thing, and it will shoot 3 balls. You need those balls to destroy specific blocks that you are indicating. By following certain directions you get items. Well, in this case, there's an extra life, but I can actually make him shoot by using Rush Coil. Of course, use it properly. Much better. So I have the default amount again. Always good. I needed to shoot the very middle. Thank you. And yeah, this mini boss is a little bit troublesome. Actually, I want to use the only 8 tank that I have. I'm sure I can buy more. There's a lot of items that you can collect there. Or you can buy. It depends. So yeah, the whole point is to shoot the flowers. The pattern is not difficult to follow at all. Well, the flower comes out at random platforms. So you have to be prepared to shoot or avoid the flower attack up according to where it appears. It doesn't take so many shots anyway. I guess that thing has a weakness. I don't even know if I have it or not. Alright, that part is a little bit complicated. Well, there was a platform, I could have jumped back on there. Okay, this time I decided to use the upper path. Makes no difference at all, actually. So there you are. Well, those parts in which you can either fall into bottomless pits or spikes that instant kill you, of course. In general, levels are not too hard. You know, levels in which you have to deal with a bunch of enemies and sometimes mini-bosses. I'm not gonna say they're a joke, but they're a lot more beatable. Look at that! Apart from that area with spikes, the second half of the level was... I actually have to say that it was a joke, pretty much. I lost plenty of energy though. Well, first, it's quite shorter than the first part, in my opinion. And quite easier as well. Okay, I have pretty much half of my health, a bit more than that. Still want to try the weakness right away. Okay, it doesn't use so much of it in terms of the bar, but I'm taking too many hits and I died. But that's fine, that's fine. Just wanted to test it out. You know, I'm not entirely familiar with this game. I like the other Mega Man games. As I told you a few minutes ago, the first time I played this game was like this year. A few months ago. Or wasn't it last year? But anyway, quite a few years later, after the release. So that ends this battle. The Hornet Chaser, it's like Ringman's weapon. It picks up certain items that are inaccessible by normal means. Either your own jump or using Rush Coil or anything like that. Okay, I'm done for the time being. Next time I will be picking on Concrete Man and Splash Woman. I'll see you later.